Here we have our first project. We're looking at the logic workspace. You notice along the top is our timeline, and along the side is our channel strip. We like to have this channel strip open. If you click this last button along the top left, you'll see the library will be open. We don't want to use the library. We want to use the I button, which turns on the channel strip. This gives me only the information I need, and it loads only the instrument that I ask for. It doesn't load any other plugins or anything else. So this is the way I want to work in Logic. I've got my main timeline across the top, and I've got my instruments along the side. When I click on a particular track, the relevant instrument will come up to the left. I'll say that again. When I click on a particular track, the relevant instrument will come up to the left. So what I've done here is I've loaded up Ultrabeat. This is a drum machine, and I've loaded up a program called Tight Studio Kit. You can change kits. You've got a whole bunch of kits in here that you can look at if you want. But right now, to get us started, I've loaded the Tight Studio Kit in this nice, venerable old drum machine called Ultrabeat. So what we need to do now is lay the Tresillo pattern to a metronome. Boom, 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 boom. So I'll turn my metronome on. I'll press record, and when I've loaded up a drum kit, generally the low C on my keyboard will be the bass drum, and the D above that will be the snare. Bass, snare, bass, snare. But what I need to do now is use the bass drum to lay the Tresillo pattern. Okay, I'm going to use the bass drum to lay the Tresillo pattern. So I will click R on the track to arm the track, and I will press R on my computer keyboard to start recording. You can also press the dot above, the red dot above. So I press R on my computer keyboard, and I'll lay the Tresillo. So notice I'm listening to the metronome, and I'm playing over the metronome. I'm letting the metronome in, and I'm listening to it for reference. I'm not letting it take over, but I'm playing the pattern on top of it. So now that I've done this, I will use the yellow loop region bar along the top to make this the size of one bar, and I will listen. So I can then audition different bars and see how they sound to build my loop. So here I am. That sounds pretty good. It might be a little off, but I'm going to use it. So I've got my yellow loop region in the top. I've got the green region selected, and now I'll press crop along the top menu bar. If you don't see the top menu bar, click this fourth icon over along the top in order to give you your menu bar. And then it says crop, and I press crop, and now I have my region. Now, it sounds a little soft, like it doesn't sound exactly tight against the metronome, so I can double click on it, and that brings up the MIDI region underneath. Notice I'm a little late here. If we look at the first note down here at the bottom, I'm a little bit late. So I can just shift that over if I want. And here is the to and is right here, and I'm a little late there, so I can shift that over. And I'm also late on the other here, so I can shift those all over. I can also, I'm going to Command Z those back out, and let's listen to it. I can also go over here to the quantize menu and quantize by eighth notes, and watch what happens. Boom, they all snap into position. Much tighter. So very often we will quantize our bass and snare drums, and then we will maybe freestyle our hi-hats or other things on top. So I have this region, this loop region now, and it just plays for one bar. So what I will do is I'll move this back to the beginning, and if I want to extend the loop region, I will just grab over the top corner of it and drag this out as far as I want. And that will loop this pattern, and this is what I'm going to build a song on. I press return to bring the playhead to the beginning. I play it. And now we have completed step 1 of our Carib song project.